Good morning, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Palindromic Lines by LMDemasi. I don't think I've done a puzzle by LMDemasi. Actually, I'm pretty certain I haven't. This is a recommendation that was made, so thank you for that. The person who recommended it reached out to LMDemasi and confirmed that I could do the puzzle on the channel. So that is something that great. I love it when that happens. What else? Yeah, I'm still doing the voting. We're now into the finals for the best of 2023. We've eliminated the puzzles down to the best, I think it was best 8, and now we are voting down to try and figure all of that out. All of the puzzles in the best 8, in fact, all of the puzzles in the best 24, in fact, most of the puzzles on the channel are pretty damn good. So, but it's a good way for just people to be able to say what they liked and what they didn't. Or not what they didn't, but you know what I mean. It's just a bit of fun. Yeah, I think people have been enjoying it. The feedback I've got has mostly been positive. So yeah, that's good. Let's have a look at Palindromic Lines by LMDemasi. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have between lines. So lines with circles at the ends, which are, I've actually recolored these purple because I found in the original grid the contrast was too high and it was very easy to get lost as to which line was lit which because of something that was coming up. I thought it might be an issue. Lines with circles on each end are between lines. The values on the line lie strictly between the values in the circles. So this must be between the values in the circle, and all of these digits must be between the value in the circles at the end of the line. Digits may repeat on a between line if allowed by other rules. In fact, in this puzzle, they absolutely must. Arrows. Digits along an arrow must sum to the digit in the attached circle. So the sum of those 3 digits will go there. The sum of these 3 digits will go there. The sum of that digit will go there. Ha ha! And the sum of those 2 digits will go there. Digits may repeat along an arrow if allowed by other rules. You don't often see that stated, but in this puzzle, it's specifically not required. Yeah, because of the next rule. Palindrome lines. By removing the circles, so if we were to pick a line, let's look at this arrow at the top. By removing the circles, this arrow would become that. All arrows in between lines become palindrome lines. So this would become a palindrome. This would become, whoops, what is going on? This would become, wow. This would become a palindrome. So that blue line would be a palindrome because I'm removing the circles. So it doesn't carry into the boxes with the circles. Unfortunately, the lines do, but remove the cells containing circles. Possibly should have said remove the cells containing circles because it is actually impossible for these 2 cells to be the same because then it wouldn't be a valid between line. But all arrows in between lines become palindrome lines. The digits on a palindrome line read the same forwards and backwards, which would mean if this, for example, was 1, 2, 3, 4, actually that doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, then it would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 in each direction. I picked this deliberately because that's not actually a valid line for a between line, but 1 2 3 3 2 1 reads the same in either direction along this line. I have no idea on the difficulty of this puzzle, but I am going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. I actually use timers on these, but I do not care how long I take. Let's give this a shot. There is a lot I can tell about this arrow. And the reason I can tell a lot about this arrow is the minimum I can put into those 3 cells is 1, 2, and 3. And those sum to 6. The minimum I can put into these 2 cells is 1 and 2. Those sum to 3. If I add 6 and 3, I get 9, which is the maximum digit I can put there. So those must be 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2. But this line is a palindrome. So this cell goes here and this cell goes here. So these can't be the 3, and this is a 3. Okay, so these are 1, 2, these are 1, 2, and I must put 1 and 2 down here. I cannot put 1 here, because if I put 1 here, the digits in a between, well, one of the important things about a between line is you can never put a 1 or a 9 on it, because it must lie between the ends of the circles outside. And if I was to put a 1 on the line, one of the circles would have to be lower than 1. Similarly, if I put a 9 on the line, one of the circles would have to be higher than 9, and I cannot make that work. Now, 3 is in one of these 3, and therefore in one of these 3. If this is a 3, this could be higher and this could be higher, so that's actually fine. But 1 and 2 are both down here. That digit is that digit, which means it's down here. So, and the reason for that is palindrome. That digit and that digit are the same. I'm worried this is going to be way too much coloring. I can tell 9 is in one of these 2 cells, because 9 can't be up here. Because it's just not. 9 can't be in its same row, and 9 can't be on a between line. So 9 is in one of those 2 cells. 9 is in one of those 3 cells. How do I get a foothold on this? 1 is in one of those 2. How do I get a foothold on this puzzle? So the minimum here is 1 and 2, and the minimum here is 3. So the minimum I could put in here is 6. And if I made this 1, 2, 1 and 2 would both be down here. But hang on. This can't be an odd digit, because those are the same digit, because this is a palindrome line. And if these are the same digit, this has to be... Right. This can't be an odd digit, because this digit and this digit, this is a palindrome. They are the same digit. So if this was 7, these would both have to be 3.5. And if this is 9, these would both have to be 4.5. So it's even. So if it's 6, they're both 3 and they can't be. So these are both 4 and this is an 8. That's really cool. So this now has to sum to 8. Now the minimum here is 3. Now, so this is 3, 4, or 5, because the minimum I could make this is 3. And if this was higher than 5, this would have to sum to less. So this is 3, 4, or 5. And this has a maximum of 5. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, because, and this can't be a 4, because this has a maximum of 5. If this summed to more than 5, this would need to be a 1 or a 2, and it can't be. But this digit is this digit, because this arrow is a palindrome. So this has to be a maximum of 3. This has to be a minimum of 3. Those are 3. Those sum to 6. That is a 2. That is a 1. That is a 2. The palindrome here makes that a 1 and that a 2. That's really cool. Now that digit is that digit, so that can't be a 2 now, because if that was a 2, that would reflect on the palindrome to there, and it sees 2 2s. That is not a 2, this is a 1 2 pair, which means this is a minimum of 3, which I had before. So this is a minimum of 3. Because this sees both of those digits, sort of. Yeah, because that is there. This is a minimum of 3, this is a minimum of 3. So this can't be higher than 4, because if this was higher than 4, it would be 5, 5, and this would have to be at least 10. So these are 3 or 4 only. And if they're 3, it'd be 6. So this is at least 7, because this is 7, 8, or 9. Because 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 2, 4, 4, 1, all of those seem to be possible. But this is the low digit on this between line. So this has to be the high digit on the between line. Now, the minimum number of digits I can put on this between line, I can never put a 3 on this between line because that digit reflects to there, that digit reflects to there, and that digit reflects to there. And this 3 sees all 3 of those cells. So the minimum I can put onto this between line, I can't put 2 in any of them either. So is 4, 5, 6. So this is at least a 7. Three is down here. Two is down here. Because I can't put 1, 2, or 3 in any of these. So these are all from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to put that in because this and therefore this can't be 8. This and therefore this and this can't be 4. These would have to be 4, 5, 6 for this to be 7. So this digit is this digit. This digit is this digit. And this digit is this digit. So yellow goes down here. So this is 1, 2 with 5, 6, 7, 8. Not sure what to do with those. Oh, hang on. Blue can't be 8 either because it sees it in the box. And this can't be 8 because it sees it in the box. So blue would be 4 and these would be 5 and 6 if this was 7. Not seeing a problem there. 4, though, can't go in any of these. So 4 is in one of those two. Is there any digit that must go into blue and green? Blue, green, yellow. Okay, there's definitely something I am not connecting with on this puzzle. I think the between line in row 6 and 7 is going to be phenomenally important, but I can't see how to use it yet. I can't put a 3 here. Because if I put a 3 here, one of these would have to be lower than 3, and 1, 2 is not available. So 3 is in one of those two. If I put a 3 here, I've got a lot of leeway. If I put a 3 here, this is pushed up to at least a 5. Because I couldn't put a 1, 2, or a 3 here. So this would have to be, like one of these would have to be at least, well, this would have to be at least a 4. Three is in one of those two. So this is basically from 4 to 8. That doesn't seem particularly restrictive. And again, there's 3 digits on this line, but I don't see how to restrict those endpoints very much. I can't put 4 on this line. I can't put 8 on this line, because that 8 sees that, and that, which is effectively all of the digits. And that 4 sees those, which sees all of the digits. But they're the only digits I can see that, well, so I can't put 1, 9, 4, and 8 on that between line. And this digit is on the between line, so that's not a 1. Because that reflects there, and I can't put 1 on a between line. So 1 is in one of those two. But I could put 2 on the between line if one of these is a 1. 1 is not in here or in either of those. Right, 1 in this box is known. I can't put 1 on a between line, and that 1 looks down, and 1 isn't in any of those. That is a 1. Wait, I'm broken. How did I put 1 down here? When I put 1 down here, that was a mistake. 2 is definitely down here. Why did I put 1 down here? So people would yell at the screen. That was complete and utter nonsense. 1 can't be in any of those. 1 can't be in either of those two. And 1 definitely can't be in any of those because this isn't a 1. Did I get that wrong? No, because 1 would reflect there and it can't be. So 1 is not in any of those. 1 is not in any of those. 1 is not in any of those. That is the 1, which puts 1 in one of those two. So now there's no 1, 2, 3 in any of those, or 4. So these are from 5, 6, and 7, because they also can't be 8. So this reflects here. So this isn't a 3, because that would reflect it there. This is 5, 6, 7. This is 5, 6, 7. This is 5, 6, 7, which means it's not 2, because that is, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, that is that cell. And that gives me a 5, 6, 7 triple in that column. That 1, I'm really sorry I did that, everyone. That was absolute nonsense, but I think I've figured it out. So, this is a 5, 6, 7 triple. But this is 5, 6, 7, 8. Yellow is 8. Yellow is now 8 because of this 5, 6, 7 triple, which means I need to put a 9 at the end of a line, which means that's not 9, that's 9. One of these now has to be 9 by Sudoku, and I can't put 9 on a between line. That is a 9, which means I can't put a 9 on one of those. So that's now maximum 7. And that's if I make one of those an 8. But I can't put 8 on this between line. But yellow was now 8, so I can get rid of yellow. I don't need it anymore. Now that's given me a lot of freedom for what goes on this line, because this has been forced way up. Four is in one of these two. It's the only place in the box. So that's not the 4. This is a 4. This is a triple. 5, 6, and 7. Giving me another 5, 6, 7 triple. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 1 and 9. And this 9 tells me that's the 1 and that's the 9. This is really cool, assuming I haven't made terrible blunders. I mean, I did make one, but I figured it out and fixed it. This is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 2 and 8. Not sure what to do with that. So this digit is this digit is this digit. Those are all the same, which means they're that digit because they have to appear in that column, and that's the only 5, 6, 7 available. Does this mean I can color all the 5, 6, 7s? Because I know green is a 5, 6, 7. I don't know if this and this are the same though. I'm going to uncolor this, and I'm going to put that as blue. This is blue. Blue, these are blue and green. And that can't be green. So that is blue, that is green. I need to put green in one of these two. Yeah. Okay, so I got this far. Oh, look at that. Look at that. This cell sees yellow, blue, and green. These are 4. That is stunning. So this is now 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 5, 6, 7 and is therefore yellow. So I put a blue in here. So there's a blue up here, but I'm not sure that's helping me yet. But finding that 4 that way is absolutely gorgeous. So I know what these are. 1, 2, 3. These are 4 and 9. And these are 3 and green. Yellow's there. Yellow, yellow, yellow. This is yellow and is 5, 6, 7. Blue is not there. So blue is in one of these. But it means one of these... I've got 2 of 5, 6, 7 on the line. I haven't yet forced green onto that line. In fact, I can't put green on this line. So there's no other 5, 6, 7 on the line, and I can't put 8 on the line. So the other digit has to be 2 or 3. So what can they be? So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't put a 9. Okay, great. So these are the same digit, and they are not 1 or 9 because you can't put 1 or 9 in a between line. They see 8. Whoops, let's get into the right mode. There. They see 4. 5, 6, 7 are yellow, blue, and green. They see yellow, blue, and green. So they're not 5, 6, 7. They must be 2 or 3. I could see that. I said it before I put all the digits in, but I wanted to make it very clear why it couldn't be. So they must be 2 or 3, which means the end of the line must contain a 1 or a 2. If it's 2, it must contain a 1. If it's 3, it must contain a 1 or a 2. The 3 here means that purple is 2. Purple is 2, which means this is the 1, this is the 2. These can no longer be 4 because 4 plus 4 plus 2 is 10. That doesn't work. These are 3. 3 plus 3 plus 2 is 8. And there must be a 1 at the end of one of these lines. So these are from 1, 7, 8, 9 because I could make these 5, 6. Does that see all of them? No, that could be green. But one of these must be a 1. I'm not sure which yet. One must be in one of... No, 1 is right here. Where is 1 in this column? It's not in those 3. It's not there, and it's not in those 3. That is a 1. So now 1 is in one of those 2 cells. 1 is in one of those 2 cells. So if 1 is here, 1 is here. If 1 is here, 1 is here. Is any of that broken? Don't think so. So there's no 3 here anymore. So this is a minimum of 5, maximum of 8. Because, no, it can't even be 5. Because 1, 2, 3, and 4 are gone. The minimum one of these ends is 5. This is 6, 7, or 8. Cool. This puzzle is really nifty. Nifty. So the end of this has one end is a minimum of... So these are 5, 6, and 7, aren't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, these are all 5, 6, 7. So this is blue. And this is yellow. Which means yellow is right there. Yellow, yellow, yellow has to go up here, but it can't go there. This is the yellow 5, 6, 7, which means this is the blue 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is 5, 6, 7. This is the blue 5, 6, 7 for the row. Can I, hang on, I've got 8 yellow 5, 6, 7s. This is a yellow 5, 6, 7. That is yellow, so it's not 8. So yellow cannot be 5 anymore because that can't be a 5. Because if this was a 5, I'd need something lower than 5 in one end. So I can go to all of the yellows and remove 5. So either green or blue is 5. Can I do more Sudoku? I know green is down here. Blue is up here somewhere. Blue is in one of those two. Blue is in here somewhere. Blue is in here somewhere. No, this is not helping me yet. Haven't found the magic trick. There's no 9 here. I shouldn't have put it there. There's no 8 here. I have not found the magic trick. So I know what these two are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are 4 and 8. And the 4 there makes this the 4 and this the 8. So this is 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 5, 6, 7 and is green. So now I've got the 5, 6, 7 in the column. So does that give me anything with this quadruple? 1, 2, 3, 9. And there's a 1, 2, 3 here. This is a 9. So these are 1, 2, 3. There's a 1 there. This can't be 2. Or 3. This is a 1. There's no 1 here. This is the 7, 9. That's the 1. Because there had to be a 1 at the end of one of the between lines. But there's no 1 here. This is a 2, 3 pair. Beautiful. Now, if this was a 7, this would be a 6. There has to be an 8 in one of these two. Now, this could go 5 with 6, 7, or 8. Or it could go 7 with 6, and this could be the 5, maybe? I'm not sure. These are from 5, 6, 7, 8. One of these is blue. But I think there's leeway here because I've got lower and higher digits available for those. If this is 6, 7, 8 as possible, 7, 6, 5 as possible, I think I've still got options. I could possibly dig into that, but I think I want to look elsewhere. There's a 4 in one of those two. Wait, 4. There's no 4 in those. There's no 4 in those. 4 is in one of those two. So that's 9 and that's 4. Which means that's 9. That is just 9. Well, it didn't have to be, but it is now. So there is a 3 in one of those two with green. Ah, damn. So I've got another 3 green pair. Eight is down here somewhere. I can't put 8 here because 8 would need 9 on the end of a line. So 8 is in one of those two. Okay, so there's got to be a way of disambiguating these 5, 6, 7s that I have not seen. The 1, 9 on the between lines has not been that useful to me. So it's got to be the shorter between lines, maybe? All I know is my gut tells me maybe. Oh, this 2 makes this 8. That's been there for ages. And this 2, which means this isn't the 8. This is the 8, which puts 8 down in one of those two. Now I've got to put a 3 in one of those with green and blue. Well, blue is in one of those two. But this can't be a 7 now, because if this is a 7, what's between 7 and 8? Yellow, ladies and gentlemen, is 6. And this is 7. Now, I don't know which one this is yet, but it means that blue and green are not 6. They are 5 and 7, which means I can get rid of the colouring, I think. There's no 6 here. These are 3 and 5. These are 3, 5, 7, and there's no 7 there. That did a lot of work. This one hasn't done much yet. Or if it has, I've missed it. These are 4, 5, 7. Got to put a 2 in here. So that's a 2. 3 is in one of those. So these are 3, 5, 7. There's no 3 there. There's no 7 there. There's a 7 in one of those two. There's a that's a 9, isn't it? Where's 9 in this row? That's a 9. This is 3, 5, 7, and there's no 3 because of that. This is 5 or 7. So this is 3, this is 5. Taking 5 out of both of those, 7, 3, 5. The 5 looks across, making blue 7, which makes green 5, and I can get rid of all of the colouring. The 5 takes 5 out of those. This has to be higher. It is now, so that's just done. The 7 takes 7 out of those, so that's a 4, 5 pair. The 7 makes this 5, which makes this 4 and this 5. The 2 makes this 3 and this 2, which makes this 5, makes this 3, because the 5 and the 7, this triple had been resolved. This pair is now 4, 8. And I'll use that 4 to make that the 8 and that the 4. The 8 looks like making that the 7 and that the 8. I need to put a 1 in, and that 1 eliminates that cell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is the correct solution. 28 minutes, 37 seconds. Beautiful puzzle. The use of those palindromes with those arrows and between lines was absolutely stunning. LMDemasi, beautiful work. Absolutely beautiful. I have no idea how I'm going to come up with a thumbnail to do this puzzle justice. Well, I just won't, but I'll see what I can do. Absolutely great. Thank you very much. Yeah, great work. Loved it. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you're enjoying the voting that's going on. I hope you're enjoying the content on the channel. If you've got any questions, people have had a lot of questions for me recently. If you do have any questions about the channel, please reach out to me on Discord or by email. If you have puzzles you would like to submit or recommend, also reach out to me. My submission guidelines are below and they're linked to in every video. Thanks everyone, and as always, good luck with your solving.